What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Show.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yep. Making sure.
It's we got a show for you guys. Scott is not here, unfortunately. Joe will be returning next week.
Yes.
We're going to talk about all of the favorite DC. You okay?
Yeah. I was just making sure that was working.
Okay.
And that we came through all right.
It's working.
I'm here for side B. We're part of the one tape.
It's working. We're going to talk about all the DC shows that we always talk about. We've got some awesome or lame. We've got some trailer talk. And a little bit, we had a couple images released this week. So it's just...
literally a few hours for...
Yeah. It's like coming down to the wire. We're setting up the cast and it's like, oh,
hold on.
Stranger Things just put something out. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
And get a little bit of Stranger Things Season 2. And some Ben Affleck news.
Yeah.
It's going to be in our rumors section. But anyway, how was your week?
Mine was, hectic as always. So, you know the job I have.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So we've got a good show for you guys. Let me see. I'm not used to just being two of us.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who are you talking to? You talking to me or you talking to the audience here?
I'm talking to everyone. The audience, you. So, okay. I am also in the chat. Although I am, since I'm running the show here,
Yeah, I'll breeze through on my phone too.
Back and forth between it. But anyway, let's get into our first segment, which computer.
That's one topic we can talk about.
Yes, I got a new computer, but it'll be working next week because it just came yesterday. I didn't have enough time to set everything up.
Exactly. So you got a lot of stuff to obviously put into it.
To do, yeah. So here we go. Let's see if the slide works. Talking about. Woo! Okay, so our two topics. We're gonna get started. The Power Rangers movie released a final photo
of the poster.
Poster.
So
a final poster.
Yeah, so this is probably gonna be the posters you're gonna be seeing when you're walking to the movie theater. It's like, what are we gonna see? Like the movie that has been
Power Rangers, and it's like all of them, and the Zords are in the background.
Yeah, do you have the pictures to show everybody?
I do. I will put it up. If you're listening on podcast, obviously you can't see, but
they're John Cena right now. They can't see me.
Here we go. Here it is. And there it is, and you can still see us because it's like a weird shape. So,
I got you. So it's like someone.
So it's actually like right in between us.
Oh fuck!
It's like you Power Rangers me.
Look at that. You got the Red Ranger. You got his dinosaur. Am I pointing right?
Yeah. You're on the Pink Rangers.
Okay.
Pterodactyl. Yep, that's up top. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red.
Nope. Down.
Red.
There it is.
Red. Yeah.
And it looks like you're jamming your fist up the saber-toothed tiger.
Look a part of the poster. But anyway. But yeah, it actually looks pretty epic as the poster is right now.
Yeah, it looks alright.
I know you're still very skeptical.
I'm very skeptical of the movie, but the poster looks cool. I'll give it.
I mean, if they're gonna be giving away as like a AMC thing, I mean, I'm totally gonna take it.
Yeah. That would be sweet if they gave that away.
Why wouldn't they? They do all the other Marvel posters and whatnot. So
yeah, they've been lacking though. For a while they were pretty good, and recently, the Doctor Strange one was
Well, you see, they do
super trippy.
Since Deadpool, they make their own custom posters now. So remember, Deadpool had one.
Deadpool's was cool. Suicide Squad was lame.
Well, it was just Harley Quinn.
It was stupid.
A lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If you're a big Harley Quinn fan, you're gonna like it.
Still stupid.
Then Doctor Strange was a little bit more psychedelic feature, which was interesting. It was definitely pretty.
Totally psychedelic feature.
But it was very out there.
I have them. I should go get them.
No, that's okay. Everyone can look up for themselves. They know what we're talking about. Most of them.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally dealing. Love the poster.
How's it going, everyone in the chat? I see Gump is here. I see the real Joe. Awesome guy is here. Although, you're not the real Joe.
Yeah, not our real Joe, but you're a real Joe.
Our real Joe is coming back next week, I believe.
Yes, that's what he told us. Unless it's for lies.
I tried to type "How's it going, guys?" but I typed "How's it going on?" I guess that still works.
How's it going on?
How's it going on? Okay, so anyway, the next topic, moving gears here, is we got. Oh wow! Okay, I'm an idiot.
Oh, what'd you do this time? No.
I put Final Power Rangers poster.
Okay.
Twice.
You put because I put it once.
Yeah, so I accidentally put it twice. No, the second topic is supposed to be. It's supposed to be Stranger Things.
We got another person. Hey, the Funky Wizard.
The Funky Wizard. What's going on? The second topic is what you see below Final Power Rangers. It's supposed to be the Stranger Things Season 2 picture that was just released hours ago. So, I'm going to put that up there. And this is
by the way, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, what are you doing? Go watch it. It's only 8 episodes.
Seriously. Yeah.
It's awesome.
And it's great. Especially if you love the 80s.
Yeah.
So, for those who are listening who haven't seen it yet, it's
not really spoilers.
It's not spoilers at all. It shows 3 of the kids, and they're all dressed as the Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
because it's Halloween. Because you see, there's Halloween decorations.
There's technically supposed to be 4 kids, so I feel like Will is still like left out of this. So I feel like, oh no, include him.
What I find funny is that no one else in the picture is wearing a Halloween costume.
Yeah, that's maybe that's why. Because aren't they like in middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why where everyone's like, now dressing up, and then they're like, oh shit, like this is grown up time.
No,
so I don't know. I
was in high school. People were still dressing up. I still dress up for Halloween.
No, but that's a different phase that we were in. Like in the 80s, was like, oh, we're big, we're adult,
we're cool, we'll do this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dumb.
And now everything's like, you mean we could do something other than like doing the same shit every day? I'll take it, whatever it is. What? Dress up as a clown? Whatever.
It's just kind of I don't know. It's weird because no one else is in costumes. Like, that'd be cool if you just see, like, other people. But anyway.
It's not that many. I mean, we see, like, a teacher in the background and...
there's, like, 2 or 3 kids on the side.
Yeah, it's just, like, 2 or 3 kids.
You must be excited that they're dressed up as the Ghostbusters. Because
I totally love it. But
I know how big of a Ghostbusters fan
But I'm kind of... I still question what year they're in. They say 83, but there's so much stuff in the show that's not 1983.
When did Ghostbusters come out? The first one?
I believe 80...
I thought it was 81.
I think it was 82.
Maybe 82. I'm usually good with movie.
Yeah, Ghostbusters,
dates.
Not so much. I know that the second one was 89.
Okay.
I remember.
The edge of the 80s.
Yeah, it was literally the edge of the 80s about to be 90s, because I remember that.
84 is when Ghostbusters came out.
Okay, 84 so what?
1984.
Month.
Give me a second.
Because if this is Halloween... Then...
Give me a second. And I'll find it.
I know it does have much...
It's loading. June 8th. So it must have just came out. So this is probably taking place in 84.
Perfect.
When did the first one take place? 83?
That's why I asked you to look up.
No, Stranger Things. I mean.
Oh, yeah, it takes place in 1983. So this totally matches up.
So it's a year later, yeah.
Yeah, which is weird, because I thought, like, I could have sworn they said, like, oh, it's only going to be, like, a few months in the future, and it's going to take place during when they come back from spring, since they had a winter vacation.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, and I guess, like, maybe that's a later episode. Like, who knows?
Could be. I think they're going to give you those couple months. It's only, like, nine months after.
I know, but what's weird, though, is that when it ended, it wasn't, like, technically, Christmas, because Christmas was the last what we saw, and then before that was like 5 months later.
Yeah.
So it was like literally bridging like a whole now like a whole year since the last event, I guess.
What do you think's gonna happen?
A lot of stuff.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, I don't want to spoil it just in case for people who didn't see it or haven't watched it yet.
Spoilers for if you haven't watched it yet. Fast forward, and if you're listening live, then
go
don't listen.
la until I raise up my hand. All right. So right now. Spoilers. So I think obviously 11's gonna come back, or in some type of means of the monster.
11's definitely coming back. They already confirmed it.
Well, obviously, I mean that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is what the sheriff has been up to, because I know he's with her, sort of like he's like monitoring her. But I want to know what his role is, because it's a lot bigger and obviously more secretive.
Works for the government.
But that's the thing, like. How do you do that? Like, how do you get into it? Say, like, wow, you killed all of our men. You're hired.
Experienced a lot of shit.
But that's the thing. Like, everyone else did, too.
The government does that type of shit. Like, hackers, when they hack into shit, they, like, just hire them because they're the best at it, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, and I really want more scenes from Will. You know, like, that's the kid who was missing in the whole first season.
Yeah.
And the friend. Like, I want his role to be bigger, because I don't want him to be like, oh, I'm missing again.
Kind of like in The Hangover.
Exactly. I was just going to bring that.
Always gets,
Doug.
Yeah. Doug
is
like
just not in it or whatsoever,
yeah.
And I wanted him in, you know, like, because they're supposed to be the 4 best friends.
Yeah.
But this time, I actually want to see that. And, believe it or not, one of my favorite characters is actually, is the girl, not the camera guy, but the other guy that's actually her boyfriend. that seemed kind of jerky in the beginning, but then actually came back. Steve came back as a hero. Basically, he's actually my favorite because he actually dropped the trope of being the jerky, he could have just been thrown out, whatever. But no, they made him actually to a human character. He was like, all right, I have been a dick. And then when push comes to shove, he's actually fighting against the monster. He didn't run away and leave her. He actually got a spiked baseball bat and beat the monster.
He wasn't the cliche movie jerk guy.
Exactly. That's what I love.
It's he's a bully, and then he just gets killed immediately. He totally
was that for the first 3 episodes, and then they made him human. All right, are we done talking Stranger Things, just in case people don't want to be spoiled?
Yeah, you can put your hand up.
Okay, we're done, everybody.
I think everyone's seen Stranger Things.
I know, but it's just in case. Yeah. Trust me, a lot of people haven't seen a lot of things. Some people don't even watch Supergirl, even though it's a lot better now.
I think a lot of people don't watch
Some
Supergirl.
people drop Arrow.
Yeah, well, that's because it sucked.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, people have dropped stuff when,
Yeah, but you can't compare Stranger Things to Supergirl.
I know, but I'm just saying some people either don't have time, or just don't feel like
I think only the really hardcore comic book people like us watch Supergirl.
I know, but I'm saying with Stranger Things, it's oh, you didn't watch The Wire, or hey, you didn't watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
they might not watch it just because everyone else is watching it.
That's true. Yeah.
So I was the same thing. Breaking Bad. It's you gotta watch Breaking Bad. I'm don't tell me what to fucking do or what to watch. I'm not gonna watch it. And then when the everything became on Netflix, I was all right, let's go, let's do this.
Okay, so that wraps up our talking about segment. We're gonna get into our next segment, which is our rumors.
We're going a little fast, I feel.
Well, because there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
2, we don't have a ton of topics, so we'll probably take some chat questions and have some chat topics later in the show. Maybe do some mailbag or something a little bit later.
Gum asked if you bought a new camera. Oh, not Gum. The real.
No, I think he meant for the show. Didn't Steve buy the new camera? Steve, the character.
Oh, yes.
The jerk character.
That
you were just talking about.
This is why I hate when characters have the same name. You're one of those people that have generic name here. No, I've yet to see any character in any media that has my name.
I bet I could find someone.
That isn't a girl.
That's true.
Because I found she was it's a girl. In fact, remember when you were looking for me on Twitter? I didn't make one.
Yes.
And what did you find?
I think Devin Burke is a woman.
It is.
On Twitter.
Yeah, but it was a fictional character, and she's 16.
Oh, is it a fictional character?
That's what you told me.
I don't remember. I gotta look it up again.
Devin, I found
Look up Devin Burke, @DevinBurke on Twitter.
Yeah, because I had to put my last name
Burke
first.
Devin.
Yeah, so that's me. Burke. I'm @BurkeDevin on Twitter if you care.
Okay.
But, yeah. Digressing.
Let's get into our next segment. Hold on, I have to make sure it doesn't loop because that's kind of what happens.
Loop-de-loop.
Yeah, fact crap. It's probably not even gonna play anyway, but here it is.
But maybe on the new computer it will.
Crap. Okay, so we have one fact or crap rumors topic.
And at least a big one.
It's a big one. I have a decent amount to say about this.
I think as do I.
So Ben Affleck, last week he stepped down.
Well, let's not.
No. That's right. Yeah. No, was it last week he stepped down from the role, or was it this week?
It was this week.
That's right. We're going to talk about it again. We're going to talk about it again in our
Yeah, we're going to get more into depth of the real article. This is more about what everyone's been posting as kind of fake news-ish.
We probably should have done this after Elseworld Lane.
But hey, you set it up this way.
I did.
So.
Okay. So Ben Affleck steps down from the director of the Batman.
Yes, that's a fact that's happened.
Last week it was a rumor that it was going to happen. Or a couple weeks ago it was a rumor. Because I remember putting the title, Ben Affleck not directing?
Yeah.
And we even talked about it on the show. And all of us were like, no, he's still going to direct. He's just doing it so that he gets complete control. Now he's actually out. Which doesn't look good because he was basically saying, unless I get more control over the script, I'm not going to direct. So kind of almost making it well, okay, he's going to direct and it's going to be all good because he's going to direct and he's going to have complete control of it. Now he's not directing, so now it looks terrible because he said that. So now the rumor is that he might be done for the DCEU for good.
Yeah.
So remember a couple weeks ago, it was rumored that he's just not going to direct. Now the rumor is he wants out.
And but that's the thing. The rumor of him being not the director had come out as being true because he had, according to words, he had to step down Like
no, he didn't say he had to. He just said he can't handle the stress of writing, directing, and starring.
See, it kind of makes sense for me. Like, if we get more into it, like, I do want to say Devin with the Smacker Crap. Do you want to start that first?
Well, we can get into it. Well, what do you think it's fact or do you think it's
there? See, there you go. That way, it's more official when we do this.
I mean, I have a lot to say with my answer, but yeah.
Yes, I mean, so do I. Because, granted, I never like directed before in my entire life or have acted in anything, but I think that's gonna be kind of hard because I can't imagine how hard it would be for, think about it. You're Ben Affleck. You're behind the cameras, but also you have to be in front of the cameras. And then you also have to tell the person that you're directing, but also you're in the same shot.
And you have to write it.
So, literally physically picture this. You're seeing Ben Affleck wearing the Batman outfit, behind a camera, also writing. And it's like, okay, hold on. Okay, so remember, you're terrified of me. I'm Batman. Are you ready? You're thug number 1. You're 5. You're 7. I'm gonna punch 7 first, then 5, and then you. Okay, ready and scene. That would be very, very hard. So that's why I could see like him stepping down, from that type of role. But I thought that's just from directing though.
Yes, but do you think now the rumor is that he wants out completely?
Now you see, I think they're like kind of like miswording it. I feel because I could see like maybe he said like maybe I shouldn't have done this because of the amount of stress, the amount of work this was. Because he probably jumped at the opportunity of becoming Batman. Which come on, who wouldn't?
He definitely did.
Who wouldn't?
And he loves Batman, and he's a big comic guy.
Exactly.
And he's like best friends with Kevin Smith, and Kevin Smith loves Batman.
I guarantee he didn't think what the studio wanted. Which was, okay, so you assume like making Batman and Superman movie. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you assumed that was going to be the establishment, and that was it. And then immediately it's like, okay, you got to go into Suicide Squad. It's like, okay, no big deal. Let's just, like a scene, I'm there. And then it's like Wonder Woman, okay, we don't even feel that bad. However, now he's filming in Justice League and also in this Batman one, which is simultaneously. Also, he's going to be writing this and, before also directing this. And that's a lot of hassle, and I'm sure he didn't see this coming.
Well, he's done. Justice League is wrapped, I believe.
But even still,
it's a lot of work.
He's still not stopped.
It's a lot of consistent work.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's ever taken a break. Yeah. Like, he just went into one studio and just ran across and started doing the next one.
So is it fact or is it crap? Does he want out or is he still staying in?
I think he's staying in. I honestly believe he's staying in. He is, I'm not saying a workaholic, but he's very passionate. Like, he definitely is a person that wants to finish a role. He would not, leave things half-ass hanging and leave. I'm just saying, he won't leave, something he worked on and just leave it halfway through.
Okay,
so if you're asking me if he's going to leave after he makes his Batman movie, I'm still saying no.
Okay.
I think he's definitely going to take a lot of responsibilities off his plate. He's definitely going to be the actor. He might do less writing, and obviously he's not going to be directing.
So, as I said before, I think it looks horrible for the movie. The fact that he came out before and said, if I don't get more control over the script, I will not direct. And then 2-3 weeks later, he goes, I'm stepping down as directing. That looks terrible. That looks so bad for this movie.
Yeah.
Regardless of if it's just him being like, oh, well, it's too much stress and whatever, and that's not the case, it still looks awful. So I think that this is also crap with the caveat of little bits of fact. So it's like crap with fact sprinkled over it. So I think that he's going to stay for the Batman. I think he kind of has to. I mean, if it doesn't, that's going to be terrible. It's going to kill the DCEU.
It would. It 100% would.
But I think he is afraid of what happened to him with Daredevil happening to him again.
Yeah, that's the thing. Was he a big Daredevil fan?
Well, he's a big comic fan in general. Kevin Smith was a big Daredevil fan. He's best friends with Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith was the one who told him to take the role when he got it. And he was like, yeah, I'm all for it. Superhero movies were also just starting at that time.
Yeah,
it went X-Men, Blade, X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil.
And that's the thing. They just made Daredevil just literally a darker Spider-Man. It's
not a terrible movie.
The director's cut is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Which I've heard. Everyone says, it's not as bad if you watch
it's by no means great. But it's like, it's watchable. There's a ton of superhero movies that are worse than it.
Although it is really dated in the 2000s.
I haven't seen it in a while. But anyway.
I listened to some of the soundtrack, and literally one of the soundtrack is Wake Me Up Inside.
Oh, yeah.
Like when Electric Strain, I'm like, oh, this hasn't aged well.
Really?
When
that song came out after Daredevil.
No,
anyway,
sir.
Getting back to my point. I think that he's going to stick for Batman to do it. Either that or it's going to get pushed back. I think he wants to see how Justice League's going to do. I think if Justice League bombs, he's out. I don't think he wants in at all. I don't think he wants anything to do with it. And also, I think that because of what happened to him with Daredevil, like, that put his career, that and Pearl Harbor, like, happened around the same time. And his career tanked for a while. And it wasn't until, like, The Town,
when he directed it
that long ago, where he finally kind of,
2010,
like, came back. Yeah. So it took him a while to get back from that, and I think he's afraid of if it starts getting all this bad publicity, bad ratings, if he's going to fall into that hole again.
But here's the thing, he should remember that one of the good things people have said about Batman v Superman was Ben Affleck being Batman.
That is true.
So he's got to remember that aspect, that people liked him, not the movie. Yeah. They liked him, what he did for his parts, not the rest of the movie.
I agree.
People liked Superman. They liked him acting.
I like Henry Cavill.
Let's not so much, Jesse Eisenberg. He was a unique character. I'll give him that. But, I said, Ben Affleck shouldn't be worried about himself because he's done a lot.
Yeah.
For himself. I mean, the last movie he directed didn't do well. I for the life of me, I can't remember of it. But I know it was like a gangster film.
Yeah, it just came out.
But I think that was one of the other reasons why the studio kind of like dropped him, saying like, "No, you're not directing."
They didn't drop him. It was his decision. You keep saying that the studio did it. It was not the studio.
I feel
it was his. Listen, you are WB. You are not going to. Batman is your number one character,
basically
most popular character. The last thing you want to do is to piss off the man who's playing Batman and give him more stress. You're not going to tell him he's not directing anymore. They want him to direct. Everyone else wants him to direct. He's the one that's stepping down.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like they can do it the correct way. Not making it like Marvel. I'm not saying like that. But I'm just saying, look at Spider-Man.
Way. They've got 3 movies, and so far none of them have been fantastic. That's although I did like Man of Steel. But
they should be. Unfortunately, they have to be the origin films. I know we've seen Batman's origin so many times.
Live by Night was the movie that he...
Yes, Live by...
Yeah, did he direct it?
I believe he did
direct it.
I told you. Anyway, I know people don't want to see the origin story, but that's the thing. You have to establish the world that they're in. And granted, with Man of Steel and with Batman v Superman, in the beginning parts, I was into, okay, this is the world. I get that Batman wasn't in it, and then it showed the 2 movies connect. I was down for that. It's just the rest of the film was not as well paced and not as collective. But that has nothing to do with Ben Affleck.
I think that's a Zack Snyder thing. I think all of Zack Snyder's movies are very drawn out. Go watch Watchmen.
Yeah, and that's and too much symbolism here and there.
They look great. Like, they all visually look fantastic.
But the pacing is either too quick where it shouldn't be quick, and too long where it really doesn't need to be that long.
That's my thing with Zack Snyder, is I think Zack Snyder, although he has a lot of good movies, or pretty good movies.
All of his movies are literally divided when it comes to the mass.
They're just, well, that too, but I think that they look really well, but I think he has a lot of pacing issues. And Suicide Squad, I just think, wasn't very good, being honest. But I think Ben Affleck, I think this movie would be good if he was directing. Now that he stepped down, I mean, who knows? I don't know. I hope they get a good director in there. I hope he stays as Batman. I want to see him as Batman, but who knows? So I'm going to say he's going to stay for this. If Justice League does bad, gets terrible reviews, he's done. I think he's out.
I think I can understand that, but even if that does bad, I think he will still be in the Batman movie, and then it's debatable if he will leave or not, for me.
And if he's out after, like, let's say Justice League does bad, he's out, right? He's bringing down the whole DCEU with him. There's no recovering from you losing Batman.
The only thing I can literally visibly see how this could work if this is Earth 2 version.
and then they just reboot it, just like flip it around.
What do you think comics did?
We'll do it again.
What do you think comics did? How many times have comics done that?
Yeah, I know, but comics aren't movies.
Look at Spider-Man in general.
Yeah, Spider-Man's a little different though. They have a little
like
bit different.
7 years, and then what was this? 3?
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying, DC should have taken its time. Like, they made a Superman movie, fantastic. They should have done Wonder Woman. That's my opinion. And then
they tried to cram too much into BVS.
That's what they did. This is what they should have done. Made
and
Batman
the other thing is, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you know what I'm basically going to say, but
the other thing is a lot of their. I'll get to make this point and then we'll move on. A lot of their movies start off great, like Batman v Superman. The opening scene that was awesome, and then it slows down and whatever. The opening couple scenes for Suicide Squad. It's really Tarantino-esque. It's really like that kind of like crime, crazy drama, like weird graphics, like the freeze frame, and like that's cool. They didn't stick with it the whole movie. It was like they happened for like 20 minutes.
Well,
and
it had different directors, remember?
Yeah.
So that's how you knew it was a different director taking over when you saw different unique camera styles happen.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just like stick with it. They like I feel like they kind of like get tired halfway through and they're like, this is good enough. And then they just
that's another thing I'm scared about is the Flash movie because now it's on its third guy now.
Well, it's on its second script and director. I think it's on its third director.
That makes me that makes it more
doesn't
uneasy.
Look good, you know.
I mean, granted, like there was that same issue with Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man came out pretty good.
Pretty good, but then you have Fantastic Four. Fan Four Stick, rather, that version.
Well, that was also...
But I'm just saying, the same type of scenarios happen. So I'm just saying, one might be the Ant-Man route, or it might be pretty good.
Fox, though.
But I'm just saying, one might be pretty good, and then the other not. But this is DC, we don't know.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
We're going to get into everyone's favorite. No, we're not. Never mind. We're getting to trailer talk.
I was about to say.
We had 2 trailers. I got it. Don't worry. We had 2 trailers, and I don't. Let's just play the thing. Here it is. Trailer talk.
There you
go.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Let me guess. You didn't watch any of the trailers, did you?
I did. I watched both of them.
Okay, good. So did I.
So let's talk about the first one, which is Black Canaries in Injustice 2.
Yes. So that's kind of cool. I didn't think she was honestly going to be a fighting character.
Yeah.
I really didn't think so, but then I'm like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
But there's you see like games or like anything like that. You don't. I feel like Black Canary is like B or C list that you don't really think about. But I guess like the Arrow, like bring some of those characters up to light that they become.
Black Canary's in it. Green Arrow's got to be in it, right?
Well, we don't know that. See, here's the thing for me. I want less Batman people. Because the last Injustice...
It was basically like Batman the fighting game.
Batman the fighting game. You had Bane, you had Batman, Batgirl, Robin, Joker, Harley. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think like there was like maybe a total of like 8 technical Batman villains in there. Characters.
But he has the best villains, that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's another thing, is that the story didn't revolve around like mostly Batman and his friends and buddies. Not so much the other characters. And then some of the other characters in there, like Hawkgirl and Killer Frost, nothing to do in the game. You never even got to see them once or even spoke to.
They weren't in the story at all.
Exactly. Raven, not even a mention of word to her.
So she wasn't in the first one.
Yes, she was.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
There you go. There's the problem. That's what I want. But if they're putting all these characters in, I mean, we got that Red Lantern guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
So they're definitely bringing out a lot of like actual DC characters there. I'm sure you're gonna have your Batman, Batgirl, Superwoman,
Supergirl.
Thank you, Supergirl. I was saying Superbat.
Superbat. I just think, I think that's a cool character to add. Honestly, and I've tweeted Ed Boon probably like 3 or 4 times. He hasn't answered me.
Are you sure he's on Twitter?
Ed Boon? Yeah, he's like real active on Twitter.
Okay. Tell him to hire the Miz if he's doing another.
I said, get fucking V for Vendetta in there. He's technically a DC character. How cool would that be as a DLC?
See, DLC, I can see that.
for
DLC, indefinitely. I don't think he'll be in main roster.
No. But put him in as DLC. That'd be sweet.
I want Swamp Thing.
I think we're going to get Swamp Thing.
Really?
I think so.
You think?
Probably DLC. Ooh. There's going to be 9 DLC
what about
characters.
Constantine?
That'd be cool. I don't think we're going to get him, though. But that'd be sweet. But, I mean...
I guarantee we're going to get the show's costumes, of everyone from CW.
Totally. Especially
I
now
so.
You get Supergirl and you have Black Canary, and they have to have Green
Arrow. I
Arrow.
don't know if they'll have Black Canary. I know they'll have the main 3. I know they'll have Flash, Arrow, and Supergirl. That's indefinite, but I don't know about...
They should. They should have, the CW pack.
Yeah, but you know how many Black Canaries there were?
Yeah.
Put
Laurel. Get Laurel. She's, the most iconic, I think.
She was the longest lasting.
Longest running Black Canary.
So far.
Okay, and then we had some shitty Transformers trailer that I watched and forgot about already. And I didn't even download it because it was 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a Super Bowl commercial. Because, it's how much money per second during the Super Bowl to air a commercial? 5 million per second.
I don't care anymore.
I know. No one really does. I just put it in there because, it's Transformers. So that's still
I stopped watching after 3.
I stopped watching after 2.
I only watched 3 because I was hungover on the couch one day, and I fell asleep 2 or 3 times while watching it because it was that bad. And 2 was awful too.
The only reason I watched 2 is because I liked 1. 1 was
good.
Great.
I agree with you. 1 was a good.
One was entertaining. I watched it. I was like, yeah, and I was keeping track. I was like, okay, Scorponok's still alive. Starscream is still out there. Obviously, they're gonna revive Megatron. He'll become Galvatron and stuff. And I watched 2. I'm like, oh no.
It was just lame.
It was just everything. It was
the last one.
No, it was just all commercialized stuff. I mean, granted, it was already with cars, but then they showed products everywhere. Everything was the camera showed everyone's oil and glisten and sweat. And that's why I realized this is not a movie. This is to build up testosterone films.
This is 6, right?
Sure.
I think it is. There's 1, 2, 3. 4 was the first one with Marky Mark. 5 was the one with the Dinobots.
Yeah.
This is 6.
This is 6.
6 fucking Transformers movies. 1 was good.
Yeah, and I know for a fact there's going to be other movies that's going to be in the Super Bowl, so keep your eye out. I think even for Justice League, I think.
That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure Justice
Yeah, that's right. We're going to get a lot of Super Bowl. That's right. We should have mentioned the Super Bowl. We're going to get a lot of Super Bowl.
That's the only reason why I put Transformers in there, is that way it would remind me to bring up that
We're
subject.
Actually going to get a Stranger Things Super Bowl.
For a second, I thought
first book or something.
For a second, I thought it was we're going to run a Super Bowl commercial. Steve, how the fuck did you do that? And how much
I made some deals,
yeah, so I made some deals with a lot of...
Hi! It's over.
Yeah, it's what's the commercial break? That's 1 second, right? That felt 1 second.
Yeah, so... Oh, the Dinobots were in 4? This one's 5? Really? Marky Mark and the Dinobots were in 4?
I guess they were together.
I don't believe you, Gump.
Well, they're the Funky Funk Bunch.
I don't believe you.
I'm gonna believe him because I could... Just after 2 was just it was just so bad for me.
Gump, you're wrong!
Is it? You just...
No, you're right. Never mind.
Good job.
Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. That was the second one. I thought that was the third one. Dark of the Moon is the third one.
Yeah.
Age of Extinction is the last one. And now The Last Night is this one.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Gump. I don't really
So
care.
we're on 5, but to be honest, we all know there's going to be a 6 anyway in 2 years. Let's be honest.
Can they stop? Who watches these? Who goes to the movies and watches these movies?
Dude bros.
I don't believe you. I don't think so.
Steve, you used to be a dude bro.
I am in some aspect kind of a dude bro.
But you know the other dude bros.
Yeah. But I actually like good movies, though. I don't know. I don't know anyone that still watches Transformers. I don't know anyone that's like, hey, gonna see that new Transformers movie?
Totally, bro. They got the new Chevy Charger. Want to look at it. That's exact. It's literally car guys. It's not for us
Fast
anymore.
and the Furious is car guys.
Yeah.
That's dude bros.
That it is, but before they see that, they watch Transformers to get them pent up.
I don't know about that.
Have you noticed that every single Transformers come before a Fast and the Furious?
All right.
Coincidence? I think not.
All right, conspiracy movie theorist Evan. Yeah, so we got that. piece of crap.
It's all commercials for cars that we don't need. They don't even transform. False advertising. Okay. Illuminati exists.
Now we're going to get into everyone's favorite segment.
Triangle.
Which is everyone's favorite segment. Awesome or lame?
Woo!
Awesome or is it lame?
Down.
Yeah. So awesome or lame, we have a couple topics. This is our longest one, and then we'll get into our reviews. And then maybe some mailbag, depending on our time. We'll see. We had a long Batfleck rant that we went on. So, first order of business. I should open up my docs, shouldn't I?
I hate you. You said you were prepared.
I was prepared.
You were yelling at me. It's like, Devin, stop making coffee. I'm prepared.
I didn't say it like that. I said, Devin, where are you? It's almost showtime.
And I said, Steve, hold on. I'm pouring milk in my coffee.
Okay, so our first order of business is some Aquaman news.
What's Momoa doing now? Mimosas?
No, Momoa's not doing anything.
I better see a picture of Jason Momoa drinking mimosa.
It's some Aquaman casting news. Black Manta was cast.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to try my best. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. He's known for The Get Down and the upcoming Baywatch movie.
The Get Down is actually a real good series.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's in it. No. And he's Black Manta. I don't know. I don't really know who he is. Also, rumors... I mean, like, actor. I don't know how his acting skills are. Rumors Nicole Kidman and Tamira Morrison are rumored to play Aquaman's parents.
Tamira Morrison was, like, announced today, and Nicole Kidman, I think, was, like, yesterday.
I mean, I like Nicole Kidman.
But I don't know who would she be?
Aquaman's parents.
Yes. But why? And we'll be like...
No,
here's the thing. It's like, they'll be watching Aquaman, so we'll be like, is that Nicole Kidman? What's she doing here?
Well, that's not what people said about Anthony Hopkins.
It's what people said about. It's what people said about watching Batman v Superman with Batman's parents. Like, Jeffrey D. Morgan, what is he doing here? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Well, but this is mainly about Black Manta. Is this awesome or is this lame?
He's a good actor. I think it's awesome. He'll definitely do a good... I mean, I don't know much about Black Manta. I know he's just Aquaman's villain. But I'm sure he can definitely pull off something of a villainous role that will be unique.
Okay.
So I'm down for it.
All right. So I mean, I don't really know. So I'm gonna go with what you said. Sure.
Okay.
Awesome. Next topic: the CW is picking up the Black Lightning pilot.
Black Lightning.
Black Lightning. He's a superhero.
Oh, don't you mean the Black Bolt?
No, Black Bolt is Marvel. Black Lightning is DC.
No, Black
Bolt is an Inhuman for Marvel. I'm positive.
Okay.
Black Lightning is DC.
Okay. I have to take your word for it, but I thought it was the opposite.
Nope.
Because I remember an episode of Static Shock, like in the first episode, he wore his outfit because he has the same electric abilities. So it was like blue and like the green lightning bolt. So that's how I remember it. So
I don't really know much about Black Lightning. He's one of those lesser known DC.
He is it's one of those things where he was just... I mean, the only known thing I know about him is literally because of Super Friends. That's the only thing I remember him. And he was just, like everybody else, just there and just sometimes help with his ability. Just like Apache Chief. Where's that movie?
So...
Stop the pipeline.
Yeah, right? That'd be a good movie.
I'm so sorry.
So is this awesome or is this lame?
I don't know. TV series?
Yes, on CW. Another CW show.
I wish it was Static.
I think it's lame as shit.
I think it's lame. I think they should have did Static Shock. Because here's the thing. It's
I don't want that. Stop giving us heroes that we don't want. I
want Static Shock. You just didn't watch the show. Because here's the thing. With Static Shock, it was like teenagers that got powers. And they were like kids who were like growing up in like bad neighborhoods.
Funny you say that because we're going to talk about something about that next. But anyway, give us a hero that we want.
Static Shock.
No, give us like Green Lantern.
Static. I don't care. For a show?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Green Lantern. No, he belongs in movie verses.
Why?
No one wants a space travel show. We got that with Legends of Tomorrow. Do you want that?
Yeah, but Legends of Tomorrow sucks. Although it was kind of good this week. But still.
Where we have a space show. It's called Supergirl. And it's doing great.
It's doing alright. Yeah. But give us more. Give us any other DC hero. Like, I don't know. Not that.
Where are the Hawks? What are they doing?
Yeah. I'd take their show over. You know what? I don't want their show.
What happened? What'd you do? What changed your mind?
Okay, so I'm also gonna go Lane. I think it's
everyone says Green Lantern show would be way too expensive.
Nah, they can do it. They can do the Flash. They can do it.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of stuff to make out of rings.
Whatever.
What they do with Flash? They just blurred him. That's all they did.
Yeah, well, they do. What do they do with fucking Vixen when she touches the thing? They can do the exact same.
Yeah, how many times she does that?
Like, once every 3 episodes.
How many times she do it last episode, huh?
Probably nonce.
Yeah, nonce. Nonce? What? Did we switch roles? Yeah. When did you become me with my words?
Okay, so our next topic. Marvel Runaways was cast. The cast is revealed for the Hulu Marvel Runaways show. You alright with that?
When it gets to the bottom, it's kind of rough.
You gotta mix the whiskey in.
I did. But I'm talking about with the coffee bits.
Anyway, Marvel is doing a Marvel Runaways show. It's about a bunch of teenagers, and they have superpowers, and they all run away from home. It's kind of like what you were just talking about.
Not really, except they didn't run away from home. They just kind of formed gangs and just fucking blew shit up.
So, here's the cast. Now, there's a lot of young up-and-coming actors and actresses. I don't know any of them.
Maybe
Renzi Felix, Lyrica Okano, Virginia Gardner, Ariella Barrer, Greg Sulkin, and Allegra Acosta.
I feel like if I see pictures, maybe.
I looked at pictures earlier. Have no idea who any of these people are. This is another thing I'm also going to go... I'm going to go lame with it because I don't think we need another Marvel show. And who the fuck has Hulu? I don't.
Isn't The Tick going to be on Hulu?
No, The Tick is going to be on Amazon.
Ah. But no, a lot of people actually do watch Hulu shows. But I don't know.
I don't even know a show that's on Hulu. Like a Hulu original.
There's a few.
Just put it on... They can't put it on Netflix. It'll be too dark. So.
What are you talking about?
Marvel Runaways.
That would be too dark on Netflix?
No, Netflix would be too dark for it. Because it's like a teen... They're going for like a teen show.
Oh, okay.
You know? Like they're going for that demographic. Like MTV demographic. So, I don't
want that. That's like Teen Wolf.
This is Marvel's plan. Not plan, but this is their thing. So now they can reach so many different demographics. So that's what they're going for that. Yeah. You get the heavy, like R-rated shit on Netflix. You get the family fun action movies in the movies. You get your network TV show with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now you're going for the teenage group with this Hulu Marvel one.
Are we going to be watching this?
I don't own Hulu. I don't really want to watch it, so...
You don't know you can watch Hulu stuff for free.
Yeah, with commercials. Yeah.
Wow! What do we do with Flash and Arrow,
Yeah,
Steve?
I know, but I'm already invested.
At hypocrite.
I'm already invested in it.
Hypocrite.
So...
Can you spell hypocrite?
Is it awesome or is it lame, Devin?
This is not my thing. Like I like when it's focusing on one hero. We learn about their struggles, and then you bring in some others here and there.
I think they're reaching on it.
I don't like teen shows because they don't really last that long. Look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Though it lasted long, it's on its last season.
Well, not officially. It just hasn't gotten renewed. But I still enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't like a team. It's more of like
Are you watching it?
Yeah. I'm just not talking about it anymore because no one else watches it.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting here talking about it by myself. Although I am 2 episodes behind, but that's just because I had a lot of work to do and it comes on 10 o'clock at night now. So yeah, I'm pumping out these reviews every week. By the time I'm done with it, it's 11 p.m.
I asked if you wanted help. You always say no. I got it, Dev. Don't worry about me. And now you're here complaining to our live audience. Once again, hypocrite, folks. At Steve Hypocrite.
Yeah, thank you, Devin.
Hypocrite. How's your hip doing? Because it's got a crypt in it.
That doesn't make sense.
You got a hypocrite.
Give me an answer. Is it awesome or is it lame?
I think it's lame.
Okay, good. Then we're in agreement of this.
Yes, that you're a hypocrite.
So, last topic here. Ben Affleck, and we talked about it before, but now we're going to officially talk about it. No longer directing the solo Batman movie.
Yeah.
I think it's a collective link.
No, I remember, as I said before, he was overwhelmed. He didn't want to do it. So maybe this will be for the awesome. Because he didn't say he's not going to write it. So he's still
Although Gump is saying that they got new writers now. I think they have new. I think he's still in full control, but they have probably consultants.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I didn't read the story.
Remember, Affleck still had contribution when BVS happened. So I want to do this, and that was put into the film whatever he wanted to do. And last time I checked, all Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman stuff was pretty good. I doubt there was anything bad besides the whole Martha part, but that was it.
Yeah, I agree. I think he played Batman pretty well. I think the Batman was written not so well in Batman vs Superman. I've said this many times before, though.
I just think you could debate how he was
blinded by rage. Break, he's Batman.
But that's the thing, though. This is his first experience with fucking aliens.
I don't know.
And he wasn't focusing where he should have been, and he even says
the world's greatest detective.
Yeah, but he's also hasn't done anything for years.
Still,
you think it was Google searching everything that Lex Luthor did?
He's like Bat Trump in Batman vs Superman.
I think you're reaching.
No, he is
reaching.
Yeah, build a wall around Krypton. Anyway,
there is no Krypton anymore.
I think that this is lame. This is super lame. So we were talking about it before. I don't think we really need to talk about it that much anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, I know the two are basically intertwined when we had.
I just hope they get a good director. They bring a good director back.
Well, I know it's not going to be Zack Snyder. I think they're kind of done with Zack Snyder, I think.
They're not going to bring him back on. They're not going to bring him on Batman. He might direct Justice League 2.
Maybe.
But he's not going to. Yeah, he's not going to be in for these other movies. Some people. I heard rumors that George Miller, maybe the guy who does Mad Max. That'd be cool. That
might be decent, but that's only if he wants to do it. Because I know when it comes to him, he doesn't want to make another Mad Max because he chooses what he wants to do.
No, he is making another Mad Max.
No, he said he didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure he's already signed on for it.
I'm pretty sure he said he never wanted to. But then again, this could just be a whole who directed the last Batman?
He's doing Mad Max Wasteland.
All right. Who did the last Batman? The director? I keep forgetting.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan. Nolan never wanted to do a second or third Batman, and then studios enforced it by saying oh, look at this dump truck of $2 billion that just happened on your front porch, and all that says is just sign here for I'll do Batman 2 and 3.
No, he was all for The Dark Knight, and I think because Nolan came back for the
Nolan originally just wanted to do Batman Begins because that way it was left open for the Tim Burton one.
Not true, because Christopher Nolan's main idea was to make the trilogy, and they were going to have. Christopher Nolan said that he wanted it to end the way that it ended with The Dark Knight, but except the Joker was going to have a bigger role in the third one too. But since he died, he couldn't do that. So yeah, he wanted to make it a trilogy originally. I don't know where you got your info.
No, this was originally where we did the first movie.
No,
yeah.
It's not true.
It's
you Google it. But anyway, solo lame on Batman no longer directing, or Batman no longer directing.
I'm pretty sure I said
Ben Affleck. I mean, it's true.
I'm pretty sure I said awesome, but all right, you could say I said lame.
You said awesome. Okay, I said lame. Though.
I know.
I just thought
you immediately took over what I said, Mr. Leader of the group.
So
hypocrite, Steve, a hypocrite.
Here we go now. With my computer wants to work.
Can we smash this?
No.
Why not?
I told you no. TV review.
You're not giving him a good reason.
Okay.
What would you say for this computer?
Because I have a ton of stuff on here still,
like what?
I might need it to download stuff.
What kind of stuff, Steve?
Tell
with the audience.
No.
Hold on, let me. Yeah. Pretend that this is the people's faces.
I might need it to download, other movies and stuff.
Other movies, he says. What other movies?
You're insinuating towards pornography.
I didn't say what. You're the one smiling and saying, movies. Well, with my shitting grin.
Because sometimes you go on these
sites
shitty sites. No. In all seriousness, sometimes you go on these sites to download, stuff that we need to do for the show, and I don't want to do that on my new computer. So, yeah. And then you transfer it over to the new computer. This is like my firewall computer.
What is the other computer that doesn't have a firewall?
That's like regular computer. That's the good computer.
The good computer doesn't have a firewall.
No, it does. I'm saying this is the firewall. So if something goes wrong with it,
there's always something
it goes wrong with this. It doesn't go wrong with the other one. That's what's going on.
I think you're being a hoarder.
Well, no, I'm not going to smash my computer. Sorry, Devin.
If we reach 10,000 subscribers in the next 10 minutes, smash the computer.
If we reach 10,000 subscribers in the next 10 minutes, I'll smash my computer live and it'll go out.
That's how you know. That's how you know it'll be real. Quick, get the whole internet on it. I believe in you. Go to Reddit.
Not
Go to Twitter.
Okay, so let's
talk about the shows.
We had Supergirl, we had The Flash, we had Arrow, and Legends Tomorrow. What'd you think this week? I thought this week was kind of shitty. I thought it was very, very lacking.
Supergirl,
Livewire. Yeah. It was all one-off episodes. Every episode, except for Legends Tomorrow.
The Supergirl Returns. That one.
Supergirl Lives.
Supergirl Lives. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
you were saying that was filler, or you're just saying
they're all fillers.
Not Arrow, really.
Yeah.
No, they got Canary.
They got a Canary, but it had nothing to do with the story. It had nothing to do with Prometheus.
New characters are considered not fillers.
It had nothing to do with Prometheus. It had nothing to do with...
Oh my god, neither did the last episode.
Yeah, and the last episode was a filler also. We had 2 Arrow fillers. This episode was less than a filler. We also had that ridiculous, for no reason, I'm going to swing around the helicopter.
All right, what show are we talking about first?
All right, let's talk about Supergirl first.
Okay, one making fun of one thing at a time.
So,
yeah, give them the synopsis.
Let me pull up the synopsis. Synopsis for Supergirl. Livewire is released from prison. Well, actually, she escaped. Escaped from prison. Actually, she was kidnapped. Livewire is kidnapped from prison, and her powers are being harnessed by another villain, who we didn't even get his name. He's just guy.
Thrown away, I'm sure.
At first, honestly, and Kara finds out that Jimmy is the Guardian, and somehow,
see, that's a plot.
I guess, and somehow this guy found out how to make electric clones of Livewire and make people from them. What a bunch of stupid bullshit! Come on.
I was watching this. I'm like, I'm not sure if Steve, because I know sometimes you watch shows later, but I was like, Steve is gonna hate this science magic. It was
so bad. I think I graded it 6. I'm thinking about it now.
No, I'm just remembering. Did Livewire ever did that? Make clones or something?
No!
Not even season 1?
No.
Yeah.
No, that. But how could he make a clone not only of her, but of some random black security guard? That
was his power.
Looks nothing, complete opposite of who she is.
Honestly, I thought it was this villain was just gonna be a new parasite. I thought it was oh, is he in disguise? Maybe there's a dispute with a different actor and just using her, but some type of BS using Billy. I'm like, oh, it's Chad. I don't think he's... Did we ever get a name? I don't remember.
Name. They didn't say his name at all.
But did they give him a name?
I don't know. Let me look up... I'll look it up on IMDb.
Yeah, because I feel like they have to call him something, but I can't
He wasn't in the... When I looked it up on IMDb, he wasn't in the cast for that episode.
Can you imagine his name was just Villain 1?
Villain 2. Maybe he
not Livewire.
I don't know.
Parentheses, Villain, not Livewire. But yeah, I mean, everything but, of course we're going to get the whole Guardian reveal type deal, which was Superheroes you're the Guardian? I can't believe it. You're not, blah, 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 that whole, BS that...
Yeah, we had that stupid drama.
Yeah, that's in, every show ever when you have, someone who reveals themselves or gets, accidentally revealed. It's oh no, my mask, it fell off, and now you know who I am. Whoops.
Want to know his name?
Yeah.
Mad Scientist.
What? That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is it in quotes?
Nope,
air quotes?
Just Mad Scientist.
Wow. Was he... Do you feel
That's how bad this episode was. Supergirl goes up against Mad Scientist, who somehow...
Was he mad or crazy?
Somehow can make clones...
That's mad.
Of Livewire. And a clone of Livewire that's a person, but is also electricity.
This is how you know Kevin Smith did not direct this episode.
A shitty episode.
Would,
now that I'm thinking about it. What a terrible episode this was.
Yeah, especially since season 2 has been such on a high note so much. And now we get this, it's like, like it felt like it was like a filler episode of season 1, like in the beginning with like, insert villain of the day here. That it's very a big bummer.
Yeah.
But I don't know, anything good to come out of it besides, that, Supergirl
now knows. Supergirl knows that Jimmy Olsen is Guardian?
Yeah, even though there's...
I don't know. This episode could have not happened and she could have found out in a better episode. Although next week looks cool.
Of course.
I guess the best part of that was the whole Bond thing that Martian Manhunter, did the Bond with Miss Martian and, they went back to Mars and shit. That was kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, but that's going to be more into the next episode, though.
Next episode looks awesome with the white Martians attacking.
Yeah.
Hope it's good.
Do you think Cart's going to ask for help? Because it'd be dumb if she didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume so. I would assume that it would be Mon-El, Guardian, maybe not Guardian, maybe.
Not Flash, not Arrow.
No, they ain't coming in.
You see what I'm talking about? I feel like this...
she already has... She has Mon-El, who's superpowered. She has Martian Manhunter, who's superpowered. She had Miss Martian, who's also superpowered.
So what? They had other people... Dude, the aliens that came to Earth in their special did nothing. Yeah. They were naked, and they didn't even have guns. Yeah. They were just like, nah. And everyone just punched everybody. It's like, we saved it. We wouldn't have done it without the team. Now you actually have white Martians, actual, like Martian Manhunter, except more demonic and, more creature-like. And Supergirl's gonna be like, got this.
She's got it with her team.
Can't wait to see what Guardian does. I got a shield.
Yeah.
Three streets down, second and ninth.
I hope he gets fucked up. So the Flash.
Okay, going to the Flash show with that.
A vibe off between Cisco and Gypsy. This was a one-off episode.
Ish.
It was. It totally was.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with Savitar.
It developed Cisco as a character.
It developed Cisco and it kind of developed HR a little bit. Still, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Even the second plot, which was Kid Flash and Iris finding thieves.
Yeah.
And I just want a story. It's like, shoot me. Go ahead.
What a week this week.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to get a lot of good ones, hopefully.
I hope.
I mean, next week looks better, too. But I did like the ending, though, of Flash, which was Barry finally realizing that he's not fast enough to save Iris in the future.
But Wally might be.
Yeah, but he said, but Wally even Barry even said to Wally that you're faster than me now, and you're getting faster, so you have to be the one to save her because I'm not going to be fast enough.
Yeah.
So I like how he established that he is that Wally's finally faster than Barry.
Here's where things don't make sense though. If you knew you had to change the future,
okay,
and you know that HR was in the future, if you've only known this guy for a couple months and he broke the law on his Earth, you could just be like, well, you broke your law.
You see, they said that already in the show.
See ya. And then that automatically changes your future.
But here's the thing, though. When Flash saw it happen before, he wasn't there. And that happened to Iris.
I guess.
And then Wells was there with the rifle. And he said he knows that the event happened. Yeah, it was different and it happened a little bit.
I guess.
So he probably
all right,
did something to stall.
Devin.
So that's why he's saying no, because it changed because he's there now. So well, what happened was there? Well, he wasn't there. Same thing happened, but him being there could still be of help.
Yeah. All right.
So there, that's the reason for that. However, I didn't like the whole flirtatious fight that was going on. Because that makes you believe, okay, maybe she did let him...
Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of gripes with that, too. I thought it was funny the way that Cisco acted.
Yeah.
However...
Yeah, the whole scene was just hilarious. It's like, do I want a 24-hour prep time? And then you see Barry and Wells do I want a 24-hour
I will take advantage of the 24 hours.
It's like, do I want to take advantage? And they're like, you do, because you suck.
But the thing is, she's this big, hero who's... his collector has never been beaten before. And yet, Cisco, who's never had any training on fighting, can just beat her.
I have a theory on that.
Stupid.
I guarantee in that Earth 19, I think Wells is from. I think her and Cisco are definitely a couple because she definitely knows it. Like she said, like you're the great Cisco. Like all flirtations. Like they're definitely a couple.
Maybe.
Like I'm that's what I'm going with. They ever go like to? Yeah, I guarantee they're gonna go to
Earth 19.
I guarantee, and then they're gonna see like a different Flash. Like who knows? They might see like insert other Flash guy here. That isn't you get the idea. But I guarantee that they're a couple. So you'd be like. You cheated on me. With me? Wait, am I the cheating? Is this still okay?
I can see that
I
being
can totally
a story,
see that.
But I don't know.
She said, and I guarantee they'll me up it's like, I defeated you. I let you defeat me, you idiot. It's like you're not strong enough to beat me. No one can beat me. But I beat you.
That would save it.
And then Earth 19's like, no, I couldn't even beat her, man.
I don't know. I thought this episode was stupid one-off episodes. I hate them.
It still had minor plots for it. Let's go to
Legends of Tomorrow.
I was gonna say Arrow, but yeah.
No, Arrow's last now.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Legends moved
to Tuesdays.
Tuesday nights, so that I can get no sleep. Legends of Tomorrow, the Legion of Doom.
Finally, a good episode that made me hook back into the show.
The end of the episode made the episode great.
Maybe it's because it focused on the villains the whole time.
Yeah, but
maybe that was it.
All right, hold on. Synopsis: The Legion of Doom has some issues, and Black Flash appears. That's my short, super short synopsis.
Ooh.
Say that 5 times fast.
You couldn't say it once.
I know. I did think it was very cliche of the villains to be like they're just like at each other's throats the whole episode. That was so cliche. It was like, well, you think that you're the leader. No, I'm the leader. And like it's like the whole episode they're just like insulting each other.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, you have two main villains from Arrow and Flash. Arrows. And then you have Flash from season 1. And I loved how they explained the whole reasoning of why he exists.
Yes.
That I was like,
yeah, cool.
How would he exist? And then it's like technically I shouldn't, because when you're part of the Speed Force, you exist still. And
he was in the Speed Force when it happened.
And then when Barry, idiot, took me into an alternate timeline, then brought me here, things are just not worked out for me. And I have this guy follow me if I don't keep moving.
Yeah.
And then it shows who was following him.
I love how they gave him like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park 1 thing. Like, don't move. He can't see you if you don't move. Like,
yeah. But it makes sense. But that's the thing that makes sense. So it's just because you have the Speed Force, right? What if you didn't use it?
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? Like, be still? And he's like, oh yeah. But what I don't understand though is that if you're gonna be still, here's just me. Like everyone says, like, don't move, and everyone's like standing. I'll be like, I'm gonna take a chair, just in case. Like,
just sit.
My knees buckle. Be like, not moving.
But then they moved anyway.
By the way, do you find it weird that in Jurassic Park that the guy in the toilet got eaten even though he wasn't moving?
He was shimmering.
Yeah, so were the kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just a plot hole. I'm just saying, for dinosaur eyesights.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
But the rest of the episode just felt meh.
Yeah,
I mean, I do like the whole
the villain part was good. I don't know, the whole like Professor Stein and his daughter thing.
Like I said, anytime it was the heroes, it was just like, can we go back to the villains?
Yeah,
I would totally watch a whole villain series, but what I just find enjoyable the most is when they were trying to get into the bank, but the whole time it's just a very comedic thing with
Rip Hunter, Rip Hunter.
Yeah, no memory Rip Hunter, and it's like the technology of the future. He's trying to enter the bank. It's like, okay, what do I do? It's like you the
retina scan.
Retina scan your eye, sir. Like, yes, my eye.
It's like, I love the future.
The what? He's like, the future of today, like it is here. And you just see like villains just be like just. And then my favorite part is like, okay, now give us your digit code. And I'm like, now here's the thing: you're at a bank. I don't think bank will ever call security on you ever if you can't remember your number.
Yeah, they probably would.
I don't think so, because it's you. They went through. First off, they went through the retina scan. I was saying, so we know it's you. So it's like, okay, so you just have bad memory. Everyone forgets their goddamn password.
Yeah, but he was also acting very like erratic. He wasn't like, I can't remember. He was like, and he like tried to walk away and like tried to walk back and was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's why they called security.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought this episode was one of the better episodes that we've had in a while.
In a long while. I think since anyway.
I can't remember. Yeah, I honestly can't remember.
Honestly,
because this show is crap most of the time.
Season 1 was just a huge disappointment.
It was.
Season 2 is a bit better, but we're not talking.
Not. I think season 1 was better.
No, I mean for plot wise, I could understand because at least season 1 had a plot. This one didn't really until like 4 episodes, 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
So, but at least like once the plot happened, I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess. So now it's giving me a reason to watch.
They don't.
This.
They really have no plot. I mean, now I guess the plot is like
they have a plot now.
Now the plot is like get Rip Hunter back.
Yeah, but
and stop the Legion of Doom.
That's the thing. If you watch the
season 1 was just like, oh, we're gonna kill Vandal Savage 100 times,
but we don't.
But he still comes back, and then we got to kill him again.
But it has to be killed by Hawkman. Oh, whoops, Hawkman died. Hawkgirl, you want to kill him? Oh, hold on, let me kill him for you. Oh wait, duh.
That's right, you have to kill him.
All right, let me try. Damn it, I killed him again. I mean, you were right. You were in the same room. I said, you know what? What if we kidnapped him? Let's do that. But let's wait till 3 episodes till the finale.
Let's kidnap him. We won't kill him yet.
Yeah, let's just keep him trapped. Hawkgirl, you want to kill him yet? I said, no, I'm afraid to kill. I mean, you killed a lot of people in the past. Like, literally in the past, we altered timelines.
All right, let's get into the last topic. Arrow. So, Team Arrow searches for a new canary. They find Dinah Drake, who goes by a different name for some stupid-ass reason.
Oh, just because of,
Because of the shock value at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb. And that was the episode. 1, stop it. Stop it with the canaries. Just stop it.
No, but that's what I find so funny.
Stop it. We just stop. We've had so many, and now it's like, oh, well, I forget what her name was originally. Megan Boland? I don't know, something like that. I'm throwing that out there. Tina Boland? Tina Boland. That's it. Why not just call her Dinah Drake? Why not just call her that from the beginning? What is the point of her having
shock value? We went through this.
Why did she have a different name? What? Because she was an investigator or something? Stupid. Fucking stupid. This episode was not good.
You're just angry every time.
This episode was crap.
We watched this together, and every time we both just started complaining because one, it was just like Steve being a hypocrite. Like when it came to Arrow trying to teach the.
How does that make me a hypocrite?
Well, you've always been a hypocrite.
How does that make me a hypocrite?
No, I'm just saying the show was also being a hypocrite.
Define hypocrite.
You know, when you say something and it's the other.
That's not it. That's not what a hypocrite is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, when
a hypocrite is when you do something and make fun of people for doing something that you do.
Yeah, that's what the Arrow did.
I don't do any of that. So how does that make me a hypocrite?
No, before, when you were just saying what we were talking about in the last segments.
What was it talking about?
Anyway.
Exactly.
No,
I don't think you know what hypocrite means.
I do know what hypocrite means. Like, favorite, and subscribe if you think I know what hypocrite means. Anyway, but yeah, with Arrow like saying to not Dinah, whatever her fake name was at the time,
Tina,
whatever, saying like you shouldn't. This was basically Arrow. You shouldn't kill people. You know, killing people is so wrong.
That's being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just so wrong. You wouldn't understand how much emotional feeling. Hold on, helicopter. You wouldn't understand how killing is bad.
He literally blew up a helicopter.
There was a guy inside.
5 seconds later, told her not to kill Sonos, the guy that she was after, for killing her partner.
It's so...
He was like, hold on a second. You don't want to kill him.
Well, dog, shoot many bullets at those guys and kill them. Hurt them badly so they don't breathe anymore.
Yeah. Oliver was a hypocrite. Terrible.
I also have the major gripe I have in this is that they don't use Ragman in anything.
They never use Ragman.
Even though he's the most...
He has all of the power. Don't use him.
If you don't remember, because he hasn't been doing anything, he has magical rags. Comics, let's just go, alright? So, he's able to control rags like magical ropes, and just like, oh, I can grab you. Oh, and my rags block bullets because they're bulletproof. Never used. He's never on missions. He's not hurt. He's just never. Oliver's just never bringing him along. And if you think about it, who would you want on your team? A guy who wears a hockey mask and only has 2 guns and wears a
he has Uzis. Just saying.
Even still, just using two guns, wearing just a hockey mask and hockey jersey. Then you got a guy who just paints a giant T on his face. And
he's acrobatic.
Yeah, wow. Good job. He's good at gymnastics, everybody.
I honestly like Mr. Terrific more in the Felicity type role.
That's the thing. But Ragman is in that role. Yeah. Why is he in that role?
I don't know why he's there. He actually has powers.
That's what's messed up.
Use him.
That's like Hulk will help by hacking the database. That's exactly what it is. You have someone that's powerful, that's overpowered, and you let him be the computer guy. It's literally having Incredible Hulk's like, hold on, accessing mainframe. Hulk smash the firewall. That's what it feels like. Every time I watch this, I'm like, he could be helping so much. In fact, he could have been like,
you know what it is? It's budget.
How much budget could be for doing this?
Well, apparently a lot. It's the special effects. They don't want to, they don't want to waste all the budget on Ragman.
Then why even have him exist?
I don't know.
So dumb. I hate how they don't.
The thing with Arrow is I do like the flashbacks with Talia. And I also like the flashback now when he got his costume for the first time.
Yeah, the season 1.
That was cool.
And I was going to tell you that too. Didn't I say weeks before, he's like, I bet it's going to show how you got the hood. Because I asked you, did you show how he got his hood yet? Or how he got his outfit? And you're like, no, he got it in the box. I'm pretty sure he's going to show and get it.
I think that's awesome. It's also cool because the flashbacks are finally coming to an end. Granted, these flashbacks have been better than the past 2 seasons, but they're still not great.
I'm still going to go with there's going to be flashbacks, but it's just going to be clip shows from season 1.
No shot.
I guarantee.
No way.
There will be one. It'll be like, I remember him. And it's going to show flashback to season 1 at this time.
It makes that noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll literally be a flashback. You're like, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. And I like Talia too. But also, they're not calling her Talia al Ghul. And I don't think they're going to.
What are you talking about? She said what her name was.
She said, my name is Talia. She didn't say Talia al Ghul.
Come on.
Just saying, they're not going to.
Do you introduce your full name to everybody you meet?
But he's never going to know.
Hi, I'm Steve. Steve Trezza.
He's never.
No, you just say, hey, I'm Steve.
No, I know. But he's never going to know that she is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. And
no,
they can't do that because he already met Ra's al Ghul and they never mentioned her. So, okay, I guess.
That's why she's going to be Prometheus, because...
She's not Prometheus.
She's totally going to be Prometheus, because she'll be like, what you've done in the past. You've killed my father. You'd be like, Talia, I had no idea. Well, I mean, you sucked. But, oh no, we're fine now. It's totally Talia.
It's not Talia al Ghul.
I want $5 if it's Talia.
If anything, it's going to be Dolph Lundgren.
Why the hell would it be the Rocky IV villain?
Well, he's in the flashbacks. He's Kovar.
He's way too tall.
Prometheus is tall.
No, he's not.
He's pretty tall.
No, he's not.
He's kind of tall.
He's literally the same height as Arrow.
He's a little bit taller.
Dolph Lundgren towers over him. What happened? He's like, you cut off my shins, and now we're the same heights.
He's older now. He shrunk.
It doesn't have a fucking...
That's how it works.
No, it is not Dolph Lundgren. Not for 1 second do I believe Dolph Lundgren can know what a shuriken and using samurai swords.
It's probably just going to be
Talia.
Still.
Talia.
I'm still on Tommy.
I'm still on Talia.
It's not Talia. She's not... She's smaller than him.
Where would the connection be?
And it's totally a man in the suit. Totally.
Voice modifier.
It's still a man build.
Women can be built like men.
Not she.
And
she's
besides,
not.
it's called padding.
Disagree with you.
Like favorite describe you. $5. $5.
Not Talia.
It's Talia.
Okay. All right. I have the better odds here because it could be literally anyone.
Damn it, Timmy the Tooth. Should have known. No, we haven't seen him since those old dentist commercials in the 90s. Knew he was up to something.
What were the plaque things called? Was it just plaque?
I'm pretty sure it's the plaques. Like,
no,
they were
it was
graying.
it was cavity creeps.
Cavity creeps. That's right.
That was it.
Timmy the Tooth. That guy gave me nightmares. Look up Timmy the Tooth and sleep well at night.
Okay. Anyway,
like, favorite, and subscribe for TV and the Tooth.
See, we
yeah, for you and I, yeah, we're totally great.
This lasted a while. This is we're going on an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know how. It's our shows are back, and we did have our big bat flat rant.
We did.
So bat fleck.
Don't hurt yourself.
So yeah. So unfortunately, we're not gonna have time for mailbag because we ran out the show.
Oh, we still got some battery.
I guess we could take one or two topics until our battery starts blinking.
Mm-hmm. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So let's see if the chat has any topics they want us to talk about. Yeah. Prometheus has no boobs.
Talia has small boobs.
So what? But she has this tiny frame.
She's an A cup. So what?
A tiny frame, like shoulder width. Like she's tiny.
You ever seen the 90s? Shoulder pads.
This is not gonna fill out in the Prometheus suit.
Yeah, well.
It won't.
It's Talia.
It will not.
I'm going to love that crisp Abraham Lincoln.
It probably won't be crisp. It'll probably be like from the 90s.
I want the 90s, if anything. I want the 90s Abraham Lincoln, because then I'll go to the store and be like, oh, these exist? I'm like, I know, right? And have that small conversation with the clerk. And then leave.
Fun. Okay, we got a topic. The Real Joe, awesome guy, says, MCU, is Thanos going to kill the Vision and Doctor Strange for their Infinity Stones?
Totally gonna rip out Vision's,
stone out of his head.
And what was the other?
1000% that's gonna happen.
And what was the other one?
Doctor Strange.
Well, I mean, you don't really need to rip anything out.
Well, he has the necklace. I think he's gonna take it. I don't think Doctor Strange is gonna die.
I think it's literally gonna be this. Like, I need that. All right.
I think Doctor Strange is gonna get like his ass handed to him.
No, I always question. Like how how they were trying to steal the book. Like the villains. Did they not know the Infinity Stone was also there?
I guess not. I guess they didn't know what it was.
And that's the thing.
They just thought it was a relic.
And don't they have portals to open up anywhere?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just been?
Well, there's a lot of protectors there. So maybe it was like, I don't know. Maybe it was
Doctor Strange did it, remember, in that silly montage with the apple?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They have protectors of the sanctums.
Yeah, and they cut off their heads.
They did. Yeah,
but anyway, I think Vision's gonna die, and then
Vision's totally gonna die,
and then Disney magic be brought to life because he's a real boy, Pinocchio style, blue fairy.
No, Vision.
Yeah,
you think Vision's gonna be like actually brought to life?
Brought back.
After, I hope not. I hope once he's dead, he's dead. Marvel needs to do that. They don't do that with anyone.
Name me a hero that's lived.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I hope
Name one who's died.
Quicksilver.
Wow. Nate, now what did he do that was good?
Exactly. That's why they need to kill an actual person.
Yeah.
So I hope he stays dead.
No, he's a robot, so that's debatable. He's already been dead inside.
Okay. Our battery's blinking. That's our call.
It is.
To go off. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for listening. If you're listening. If you are listening, please subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you're subscribed on YouTube, you can subscribe to us on all of our podcast platforms too. And also, so you can listen to us.
And we have other videos you guys can watch other than this.
Yes. Check out all of our other videos on our segment. Please, if you haven't already, like, favorite, subscribe. And now, here is our intro.
It's also our outro.
Because it's also our outro.
Is that going to be our saying?
It is. So, we'll see you guys next week. We're live every Friday on YouTube.
Try to be.
Where we try to be. Every Friday that we want to be. So, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you later.
To the audience or people...